Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm my Rose Jam Essentials. Okay, welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. Shalom, Wadu. All right, y'all. I tried to figure out how to get back on here because my face was blocked out. So, how's everybody doing? Okay, so the first one was about, I think this one is about TikTok videos. So let me make sure, y'all. Let me see. I think this one is about TikTok videos. Let me make sure. Okay, so this one is about TikTok videos. Okay, I want to make sure which one it is so I wouldn't have the wrong thing. So this one is about TikTok videos. So let me share my screen. So we got some more where you all can watch from. Okay, let's see.
Kills the director. Marty ends up killing the creatures, and he and Dana decide that humanity is not even worth saving. And they sit.
So that the same shit is actually taking place right now.
Yeah, we're gonna enjoy some TikTok videos.
An entity. So we see like mermaid, vampires, and then zombie redneck torture family, which is the one that they get. So again, the lab is manipulating everything. So Kurt and Jules go for a walk in the woods, and the crew pumps pheromones into the air, which causes them to start getting intimate. And while they're doing that, they are attacked, and Jules is decapitated, and Kurt manages to escape back into the house. So we find out that Marty is the only one not being manipulated by the drugs that the lab is pumping into the house because he smokes a whole bunch of weed and it stops the effects of the drugs. He discovers a surveillance camera that the crew is using to watch them, but then is dragged off by a zombie. Back at the lab, they're talking about how this ritual is humanity's last hope, and this recently failed in Japan and other places. Meanwhile, the three remaining friends, Dana, Holden, and Kurt, try to escape via the RV, but the lab manipulates the tunnel to crash. Kurt attempts to make a jump on his bike to the other side of the ravine, but in this really cool scene, he smashes into a force field and dies. So now Dana and Holden realize that this whole thing is being manipulated, but as they're having a conversation about how to get out of it, Holden is attacked by a zombie and dies. So the lab now celebrates because there's one remaining survivor, which is how the ritual is supposed to go. But they don't realize that Marty is still alive. So Marty takes Dana to this hidden elevator that he finds, and when they descend, they see all of these different creatures behind glass walls. And they realize that all of these creatures were represented by items in the basement, so they basically chose their own way to die. So when they get out, they end up in the control room and they are cornered by security. So they do what anybody would do, and they unleash all the creatures by opening the elevator doors. This might be one of my favorite horror movie scenes ever because it's just absolute chaos. And you just see all the different creatures killing everybody in different ways. Marty and Dana escape the chaos where they are confronted by the director, who is our Queen Sigourney Weaver. She basically explains that they were part of an annual ritual of human sacrifice that they used to appease the ancient ones. During this ritual, they sacrifice 5 people who kind of satisfy all the horror tropes. So like the whore, the athlete, the scholar, the fool, and the virgin, who is Dana, who is supposed to survive. So she tries to convince Dana to kill Marty to complete the ritual and save the world. And Dana almost does it, but then is attacked by a werewolf. Meanwhile, one of the other creatures kills the director. Marty ends up killing the creatures, and he and Dana decide that humanity is not even worth saving. And they sit there and smoke a joint as the world ends.
So that the same shit is actually taking place right now. The same thing. So that's why, it's important to understand what's going on when you understand the Social Security system. Because, like I said, the system is on its legs when you're talking about the economical system. We have Social Security numbers, which is a QSIP number. It has Community Uniform Security Identification Procedure. So that QSIP number means that you're basically chattel property to the United States government. So since the money's not backed by nothing, in order to suspend the debt, they have to kill off a lot of people. And the only way to do that is to sacrifice humanity. When you're talking about those cryptids coming up in the national parks and those kids coming up missing or whatever, just like in a movie, they those monsters, they came up from the surface. I mean, from underground and up to the surface to sacrifice those 5 people in order to maintain dominance. So the same thing is actually taking place in Cabin in the Woods. Yep.
Yeah. Cabin in the Woods. And Man Evo, I appreciate you. I definitely check that out. See, look, how we rock around here, you know, I'm sure Bdell's like this too. We had conversations. We're receptive to, you know, information for us to look into. You know, we don't say that we're the ultimate right. You know, we're just giving y'all stuff to think about. You know, giving y'all different things to think about that correlates to real life. You know, as real as possible, and things that I've seen personally in real life that you niggas will never see. Like, you know, like that's real talk. Like, it's just, it is what it is. You know, most of y'all wouldn't even know that it's real zombie apocalypse, like measures that the government has. Like, that's a real thing. It can come from many different things. You know, he spoke on one about rust and everything. There's another one with the fungus that comes from a beetle. And that right there has shown the ability to transform whatever that is getting in contact with. And if it manipulates your body, it can turn you into a zombie state as well. So it's many different ways that this can happen and scientifically proven. So it's not just a theory, like nigga, like
they show that shit in the movie Leave the World Behind when that boy got bit by a tick and all his teeth started coming out.
Oh yeah, we had a little thing about that. People was like, oh, it's not his it came from Lyme's disease. And I'm just like, nigga, Lyme's disease ain't gonna make your teeth fall out your head a couple days after you done got bit.
Right.
Like, that's not the way that works. But somebody raised a good point though. Listen to this. This is why I'm receptive. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna listen. He said maybe the frequency sound that came heightened the reaction of the bug bite that happened to him. So I sat back and I listened to it. I'm like, wow, that can actually be possible. You know, so when you want to say something to people, I see people in the comments sometimes, y'all be just saying stupid shit. Like, it is what it is, but it's okay. I'm gonna keep it real. That's dumb. But we here though. We here together to help you.
But another thing that it can't only be, it's not only subjected to military frequency, it can be amplified by way of solar radiation. So solar radiation, they know that we at the apex of a fourth turning. So you at the sun cycle. The sun cycle produces X-class solar flares, and those solar flares and those CMEs has the ability to manipulate the genetical structure of humans so much to the point it could break down the biological, you know, this new pandemic or whatever, this new, you know what I'm talking about, the, you know.
Yeah. You don't want to, hey, look, we help. You know how YouTube, look, I'm telling y'all, look, you can, it's not a such thing as free speech.
Right.
Because if it was free, we'll be able to say certain words. We certain people's Candyman to us got us shook again because they delete our channel and shit. Like, we gotta be tactical. Then you gotta think, man, we putting this information out. What happens to people that stand up for their community and there's a positive influence in the community on many different levels, they get attacked. So look, smash that like button for us, man. We building, y'all.
Yeah, y'all push the like button for me too, so my algorithm so they can get out, so they can get out.
Not sure if you should call Medicare. Should you call the insurance company? The lab company? Do you call your doctor? These.
Yeah, no, check that out. So this is another rendition of like the stuff that's underneath us. You know, a lot of us are more consumed about our daily lives and trying to survive. A lot of people are in fight or flight, and that's where they will want you at, because we demonstrated how the positive side and negative side can feed off of your energy. Just like there are agreeable and disagreeable, quote unquote, Anunnaki, reptilians, whatever you want to call them, right? It's like that everywhere. So Mary Poppins, she was feeding off the positive side, Pennywise the negative side.
Right.
So, you know, it's a balance in life, and that's why we trying to find balance within our communities and build ourselves up with this information and you know what I'm saying, just thinking outside the box because we were misled. Outside the box.
Looking out the infinity loop, Kali Yuga cycle, this is another way to trap us right back into the artificial time analysis mechanism. That is the box, the Saturn Moon Matrix. The Saturn Moon Matrix is the foundation of the fermented dome that keeps you encapsulated by being spiritually cut off from the spiritual sun outside of the dome, which is the star Polaris. So that's why you're looking at this depiction of the firmament, saying you got the two celestial bodies, and those two celestial bodies work off a cymatic frequency that operates on fractions of light that's coming from outside of the dome, because the true sun is outside of the dome, which is a representation of the true spiritual eye. The sun and the moon encapsulated inside of the dome works in tandem with the two physical eyes, which is the false light, which is what you call Lucifer. So since we live in a Luciferian system, according to Corinthians chapter 4, verse 4, it says that the God of this world is Satan. So that's how you know that we living in an inverted system. So when you live in an inverted system, that spiritually keeps you encapsulated by the dark priesthood of the Vatican, the dark priesthood of everything that's connected to the system. So it's basically a spiritual entrapment for reincarnation purposes.
All right, let me turn the volume back on for this next one.
Proof is backing up that spiritual enlightenment comes from our pineal gland, known as the third eye, and depicted as ancients as the seat of the soul. And here with more spiritual coach, Ronnie Hatchwell. Coach, mentor, all of the above. Hi, Ronnie.
Hi.
This is so cool. You sent me this video like a few weeks ago, and it really kind of put it together in a way that, you know, we've talked about, people have talked about. It's such a massive time of change and enlightenment.
Absolutely.
What does that mean, and how does the, you know, the pineal gland kind of assist us in that process?
Well, we're going through an evolution right now. You know, I mean, human beings aren't meant to stand in the same place. But we were being used to using our five senses up till now, and it's very limiting because, you know, we see, we smell, we hear, but what? So the pineal gland is actually, it's located in the middle down here, and it correlates to what we call the third eye. You can't see the third eye, but it's what we call the sixth sense. That means that it's seeing beyond what the five senses see. And what's happened is that, I mean, this is a secret that they've known in ancient Egypt. They know it in the Vatican. Everywhere you go in the Vatican, you see this pine.
Right, and no one knew what it was.
Yeah.
I want to continue this because we actually have a clip from this video talking about just this. It's fascinating.
Amazing.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Many ancient esoteric traditions and mystical schools knew of the potential of the pineal. The ancient Greeks believed it to be our connection to the realms of thought. Buddhists know it as a symbol of spiritual awakening. In Hinduism, the pineal connects with the third eye chakra, the seat of intuition and clairvoyance. Jesus proclaimed that the eye is the lamp of the body. So then if your eye is clear, your whole body will be full of light. If Rene Descartes is right, and the pineal gland is indeed the seat of the human soul, then these traditions are correct in believing that it serves as the connecting link between the physical and spiritual worlds.
Fascinating. It's fascinating. And why has science, like Western science, had such a hard time kind of saying, okay, there's something to this?
Well, because somebody who deals in the spirit just has to say, I've had an experience, and he believes it, and he doesn't have to prove anything. A scientist has to prove it. He has to say, look, I can see it, it's here, I'm holding it, it's tangible. But what's happened now is that science has come to a point where it has to start correlating what the spiritual world has been saying all along, because they've reached a standpoint. That's what quantum physics is, you know. We say a mirror, you know, what I give out comes back to me, so they have to.
Okay, so I'm stopping it here because I want you all to know, when I heard her say, she said the spirit, and the scientists want to correlate to the spirit. They been know that people receive this in different forms of the spirit, and then they take these and make movies out of it. So where some people even feeling nervous about the situation of them even being visited by the spirit or seeing things by the spirit, some people feel nervous about this, but it is best to get it out so a lot of people can be ready. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because a lot of people need to be ready, because We're in the year of the dragon. We're in the year of a precipice. We're in the year of making new history. So they're going to the veil is thin, so you're going to be able to see a lot of things, and nobody can explain it to you. So be ready.
Show them there are light going on it and coming back. They have to prove it. It's not that they're behind. It's just that they need to understand.
Bars. Energy can't be created or destroyed.
It's time to wake people up to this deeper history and also our deeper connection with something beyond.
We're taught in school, at least I was, maybe you had a fortune that you didn't get miseducated as they made me, where I had to turn around and relearn everything that they taught me the wrong way in order to go the right way. The pituitary gland, they say, is your master gland. It controls all the functions in your body. I say nothing could be further from the truth. Your minor gland would be your pituitary gland. Your basic gland is your pineal gland. Some people call it pineal. I understand it's pine cone shape called pineal gland. The pineal gland is a gland that produces melanin. And wherever you have melanin in your body, you're going to function differently than things that other people can't. And when you're beginning to function with your melanin, then you can begin to adapt to magnetic fields. Here it's broken down. I'm giving it to you a different way now. Magnetic fields, electrical fields, and orgone fields. Without that, you cannot adapt to all three. You may adapt to one. The problem here nowadays is elves. Am I talking about the one in the hollow earth? Am I talking about the one in the fairy tales? Because elves are killing you. It's the electrical energy. That is what short circuits you. That's what's causing you to AIDS. More and more towers everywhere. And the more towers go up, the more it's going to short circuit anybody with the active pineal gland. And it's only going to be melanated people that can get through this. And even they now are being attacked with the shots and AIDS and all these other things, which we will also get into too.
Look, I ain't going to hold you. Look, I ain't even going to hold you. I'm going to say this straight off the rip, though. If I knock down some towers, some shit, them shits disappeared. They're sending the elf waves, nigga, and we stop aging, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like 65. I'm gonna fuck somebody up. Because nigga, you're not gonna stay stuck at this age for forever. Nigga, please. Bro, like, we don't have we gotta have to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? They got to run me something. I need reparations, nigga, on a whole nother level.
That's the main reason why that they keep niggas outside of, out of Antarctica, because beyond the ice wall, they have this mineral called anthracite coal, because the coal actually activates the carbon, and the carbon is transmuted into a crystalline state. So that is basically your foundation of a Christ body. Because that's basically the elixir to the life. There's all types of minerals.
Oh, where we at, man? Why we in the dark? What's that?
That was the end of the video.
First thing is we have to decalcify the pineal gland, and we got to think about what's fine it. The things that calcify the pineal gland is fluoride. It's also chlorine bleach that you get from jumping into pools, which the so-called Negro love to swim in his chlorine bleach pools. So we got to get out of the pools. We got to get away from the deodorant that got the fluoride in it. We got to stop, using the toothpaste with the fluoride in it. And then another thing is the meats, cooking the meats, the calcification in the lipids actually mix with calcium on these two, the pituitary gland and the pineal gland, and it calcifies. So things that decalcify the pineal gland, which it would be herbs that decalcify anything like stones, calcification, crystallization, hydrangea root tea mixed with stingy nettle root is things that can help detoxify the pineal gland. First thing is we have to decalcify the pineal gland, and we got to think about what's calcifying it. The things that calcify the pineal gland is fluoride.
And the reason they do that is for oh, my bad.
Oh no, you good. Well, yeah, let me rock this last one.
This way to activate your pineal gland, first of all, is to detox it, getting away from fluorides and toxins and processed foods and eating clean. And then of course through meditation, but also through a special type of meditation called breathwork meditation. Breathwork meditation for 2 to 3 hours will create this scenario in the brain where the brain thinks you're getting near death when you do the breathwork technique. Forces the pineal gland to pressure up and squeeze and release more DMT. You can have a psychedelic experience without going to the jungle.
Yep. All right, we good.
So when they talking about attacking God, they're really talking about the master gland, which is the hypothalamus or the pituitary gland. So when you are attacking God, you're attacking the mind that's connected to the etheric frequency, because God is the highest extension of the mind, which uses elements in matter to express itself. So when you drink in that water, like you was talking about, and it's breaking down the neurotransmitters, when you eat these genetically modified foods, it can break down the genetical structure to where you don't activate the Christ body. So when you look at all monotheistic teachings, it talks about the return of the Christ. It does not say the return of Jesus. There's a diametrical difference between Jesus and the Christ. The Christ is the Christ consciousness. The Christ consciousness is activated by the pineal gland. So when you activate God, that's when you activate your Merkaba light ship to where you can infiltrate this realm and go into the higher dimensions. So this is why the World Economic Forum, the political system, all these other factions that's connected to the government have to keep us at a low frequency.
Yep, and check it out like this too as well. I appreciate you, Summer Gatewood. But look, you got to think, man. Like, look at the overall video. The stuff, we're being attacked at so many different angles because we're multiple dimensional beings, whatever you want to call it, yo. Right now, what happens when you put regular gas in a luxury vehicle like an AMG or some shit like that? It's not going to run correctly. It's going to be sluggish. It's going to be, you got to understand, most people have been operating off of the wrong gas. And I ain't talking about that sticky, icky gas. I'm talking about, water and food and shit like that. But you get what I'm saying? A lot of y'all been operating like that your whole life. So you think that is regular and you haven't been at your full potential. And that's why I get on here all the time and I tell y'all, you don't really know who you are and what you're capable of, because if you did, you'll be operating a lot differently, all of us. And I'm every day learning something about myself and growing consciously too as well. I'm not going to be so conscious where I turn into a fucking stiff and I can't have fun and enjoy myself.
Right.
I'm still going to rap. I'm still going to eat certain things. I'm still going to partake in certain things because I want to enjoy myself, and nobody's going to be able to take my frequency, my happiness away from me. I made my projection of life. Nobody else controls that. And once you start understanding that you're in full control, man, it's over. It's over. Can't nobody say shit to you. A lot of people want to start YouTube, but they ain't gonna do it because they're scared to put their face on there. But once you actually jump out there, man, and you commit to something, Bdell can tell you, we both grinded YouTube out. We had to put ourselves out there, had to be vulnerable to show the people that we real, and I think like with this whole social media era, a lot of people live fake lives and they live through other people rather than living through themselves and treating themselves right. You see a lot of people that are super fans of sports, but they're sitting on the couch eating Doritos, all fat, blood pressure high,
right,
and stats and shit about this nigga life. But why ain't you because look at a lot of the fans. Let's be real, y'all. They busting out the seams, nigga. Eating all them hot dogs, drinking all the beer, all of that. But the athletes are in shape. But these are the same people that criticize the getting fat, but you've been this way the whole time.
Exactly.
We need to get ourselves in order. Like, how many of y'all know people that love sports that are busting out the seams like a can of busted biscuits? You bust a can of biscuits and the nigga start.
At the sun cycle, a lot of stuff during this time period is going to be weird. It's going to be uncomfortable. Because that's a way, because they supplicate your emotions to the point they transmute it into a weakness. You can't let them do that. So just you got to.
Right. And we got to understand too. Frequency war, man, and like they want you to be. You think most people got signed up to get the
Yeah. I call it. I call it Drake.
Hell nah. But look, yeah. How you look? They actually had a lot of people afraid and shook to put that in there, and then just to find out that everything ain't what they said it was. They lied to you. So how many times are we going to go through the same process as a collective? Because it didn't happen to me, but it happened to me because these people, did so. Especially to keep doing this, because certain people make feel us, and we were saying
that's a fact
for our people, and we have platforms about it. Sure, man, y'all support your boys, smash the like button, y'all got be.
And follow me also, Models Jam Essentials. I will be coming to you more with more videos like this with TikTok, showing you like different videos, what they so you tell me what you think. Should rosebuds, should it grow or should it just die? Should this weed, this rosebuds, should it grow or should it get plucked? And that's what y'all tell me, rosebuds.
The edification on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because in order to saying you got Dre OG, you got me, you got people, who's working in that genre, who's putting out that truth. So that's what it's about. It's about giving line.
Somebody said they just subscribed to you. I appreciate that. Y'all go subscribe to Bdell.
Because especially during the time of the sun cycle, it's all about gratitude.
Yeah.
Because the energy that you put out is going to return right back to you. You know what I'm saying? So whether you've done in what you do.
Right. And another thing too, y'all know I keep it up front with y'all on here. So we going to be actually, we're not going to and going to be in the real world showing y'all this stuff, you know, because that's the next step for us, you know. But we're going to need y'all to support our channels and stuff like that to get this stuff done. If y'all want to see the ancient artifact, y'all want somebody to be there on site and can verify a lot of this stuff for us, that's the next step. We're not just going to sit here and talk moving and what's going to be happening, because eventually down the line we can do big meetups and ancient spots and stuff like that and make this a bigger project, you know, for all of us.
That's a fact. So it's only, like I said, it's only right because, like I said, you got a lot of people who, you know, we living in a time right now, we got to be more proactive. So you can't just be, you know, only subjective. Way we can get our own interpretation about what's going on.
Right. Let me see if we got any more questions. Yeah, y'all got some questions in the comments. Y'all can go ahead and ask something. We looking 300.
Okay.
Likes on here, y'all.
Yeah, we can answer.
So don't look. See, look, that's yeah.
In itself is an energy center. There's a lot of interstellar vortex portals in inception point when you had the sun Utu got projected from planet Nibiru, projected inside of the planet, because that was the crater that created the black sun. That is, then the black sun is, this is why you're having a lot of seismic activity. Freemasonic symbol. When you look at the Freemasonic symbol, you got the G in the middle, which is a personification of God or the supreme architect of the universe. The G is a representation of the black sun. And then you have the two sides of the Freemasonic symbol represents the sun and the moon, or the supersonic battery, the black sun. That's what causes the activation on the planet that's going to cause a pole shift. So that's why I said when the sun reaches solar maximum in between now and 2025, that's when you're going to see a lot of shit changing.
And they said it on the news too as well. They said that the poles was shifting. Like, this information ain't just like a conspiracy. People are afraid of the times that we living in, but it is what it is. Being afraid ain't gonna change nothing. So that's another coping mechanism. Just know that. Just because you're scared, nigga, you still gonna be scared tomorrow. You know, so get over it.
Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up, get over it. You know what I'm saying? But what we have to understand is, no matter what, man, we're all trying to do the right things possible to prepare for, you know, anything to come our way, you know, and that's what these conversations are for. But you know, as a collective, I think, especially on this case, and I be watching a lot of people comment on my videos and stuff. I watch.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I know, like, what y'all you know, are looking for, and where the community needs to move to. So like shout out to y'all.
Okay, I'm gonna put up another TikTok. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna put up another. Yeah, Shakespeare did write the Bible. I'm gonna put up some more TikToks, y'all. Let me see. Oh, okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this one. And this is react to TikToks. Okay, let's see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all. So I found some more. These are some more. I did the video. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen now. So these are TikToks that would make you maybe change your reality or think differently, or some things that you haven't seen. I'm only raising your awareness. This is for entertainment purposes only, but I wanted you to be able to see. All right, there we go. I think you'll be able to see it.
Just being used on the skin. We want everything to be safe. If this stuff gets onto the wrong hands, reverse engineered by people who wish to do harm. I mean, it sounds like a movie or something, but that's the kind of thing I think that keeps me up at night.
Like this, and then even like this one. Look, you can take little pieces and shred. Look at that. One piece, two piece, like it's just breaking piece by piece. And then you break those pieces down. This is fake meat.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the coolest channel on YouTube, man. And just do me one favor, smash that like button because y'all know. And I don't care any one of these people.
But
As a small business owner, you're juggling the job of 5 people. Using Constant Contact's smart automated tools is like having a team.
So you gotta make sure y'all follow him. There we go.
My goodness. What is going on? So this is current onto the banks. Must be, right? Yeah, so this is the transition from George's Bank to open water. It is tortured here in the middle of the ocean. Look, check out this water. And then in a second, it's just going to be glassy clear. What the heck? This is crazy. What did we just go through here? That's insane.
Did you get a video?
Yeah.
Dude, you got to share.
This is so weird.
Yo, let me get some more TikToks. But I realized listening to their voices, this lady talk about the meat, but listening to their voices, they don't really get upset from what I'm listening to. From what I'm hearing, I see why they frequency and they keep money going. Are y'all hearing their voice? I mean, it's
Omar, look at this.
But I'm telling you, this, I ain't eating this clone meat right.
Because of the main lead. The Sun reported that Jamie had thrown a strop over the production that has led to 4 people being sacked. A source also said there have been some issues on set, and Jamie has had a major meltdown over it all. He demanded the problems be sorted immediately and sacked 4 of the production staff, as if that would magically improve the situation. Moreover, Page 6 reported that the Ray star is believed to have thrown a tantrum and fired an executive producer, 2 directors, and his driver. Due to all the difficulties of filming and production stress, Jamie quickly fell ill. No explanation.
They said he didn't want the jab for the, you know, and if they did that to him behind the scenes, look, they said the same thing with with Easy E. Hit him with the little needle. They gave it to him, you know what I'm saying? And boom. So I don't know, man. That's why, you know, to begin with, me, it's cool being like an entertainer or whatever, being an actor or whatever. But when it comes to like you know, doing certain things that you don't believe in for money, I don't believe in that. And that's why I respect Ice Cube, man. He don't have to do this for the people, man. He's already set. He could just fade away in his career, bro, and just be good. But this is somebody that's putting everything on the line for his people, you know, and I respect it. I appreciate you, brother, if you ever see this video.
In order to provide contrast, and then I'm just washing it with ethyl alcohol. And once this is done, we're going to go ahead and place it under the microscope.
And that's to get the contrast, so it's just more easily viewable under the microscope, right?
Exactly. Again, kind of standard staining techniques, but usually used for microbiology. But we're just using it for these tissue samples here. Now I'm going to flatten this out with another slide because it's a little too tall. It's pretty chunky here. So I'm just going to kind of flatten it out a little bit. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go ahead and place this under the microscope in real time. Again, because the reason I'm doing this is I don't want anybody to think that any of this is fake, something like that.
Right, doing the whole thing live. My God.
Yeah, so. Yeah.
Want to know how I took my business to the next level? It's simple. It's Shopify.
That graphic right there.
No, but look, this is what's in people's body. This is what's being removed from people's damaged hearts, and you can see why. I mean, my God, for the radio viewers. So I don't know how to describe it. You got to just see the image.
Go back to the microscope image if you would, please. Yeah. Help describe this for the radio viewers, but we're going to start zooming in on this, and we're going to get a lot more contrast and information. I have to refocus as we move. But what I want you to notice about this, again, this is coming out of people who were formerly alive. People are walking around with these things growing inside their arteries and blood vessels. Okay, these are massive. These are not the size of just one protein. These are like billions of proteins, and these are strands. In fact, I want to show you something. Let me zoom out. I want to show you something that's just going to blow your mind. If I grab this with the forceps here, you can see that on screen, and I start to pull, I want to show you how much I can pull and how strong these are before this breaks.
Oh, wow.
You see how they are fibrous and they are strong. They're like rubber bands.
Right, and it looks like it has a consistency of, and I hate to even put it, but it looks like something like raw calamari. I mean, it looks like some sort of rubbery seafood.
Yep.
But not.
Yeah, I told y'all to stay away, man.
If you can show me the grave site.
Before that, man, let's see. People, look, y'all can't keep getting trapped in this cycle of them scaring you into doing what they want you to do. It's not always for the best interest of you. especially people that look like me. I'm gonna be real. I'm talking to y'all in general, bro. Like right now, they scare you into traps. They scare you into worshiping certain things that you shouldn't. It's all by fear and manipulation. You know, your creator is not here to punish you or make you afraid of him and you have to be afraid. Nah, my creator, the way that I speak to him is, you know, with being yourself, you know. Your creator will ultimately know you and know if you're not being truly yourself. You're a
Yep.
fragment of him.
That's right.
Right? Or her. However you look at it. They will know if you're not being yourself. So be yourself
all the time.
And just keep it moving, man. Stay away from this BS of y'all being y'all getting bullied into, you know, putting yourself in harm's way. It's only so much I can say on this topic right here before they start coming for you. But
why do black people need Jesus today? And I'm gonna finish with this. Why do black people need Jesus today? I'm gonna tell you why. Because we've been taught that we're sinners. And we were taught that he paid the price for sin. Got me? So instead of doing ma'at, okay, and listening to the Spirit pricking us in our conscience, and when we do that which we know we shouldn't and making it right, we've been taught you don't even have to do that no more. Whatever you did wrong, it's all right. All you got to do is exercise faith in our fabricated Savior, and everything is okay. You've been justified. Justified means you've been declared not guilty of whatever wrong you've done. I'll never forget when Eddie Long actually got up and said, I am who God says I am. God says I'm justified. See, that's the program that got us messed up. That got us messed up. Because as a result of that mentality, we have pedophiles, pedophilia. I'm not going to start naming all the vices. You can do it on your own. Okay? And people feel that all they got to do is just confess their sins and everything is okay. That's not African. That is not our way. That is.
Hi. What did you say to me? You said.
Yeah, and we not African. We're from, most of us here in the States.
Indian.
Keep iterating on this. We're from the United States.
Yeah.
It wasn't always called this. I ain't gonna get into that, but I have to keep telling the slow
it's
people
not
in the
black.
back, you know, that's
Black
a misnomer when
not,
you want to say
black means not alive.
American. That's saying that we're not from America, y'all. So y'all got to get hip to this shit. It ain't just words for no reason. It's a reason why they keep trying to reclassify certain groups of people so that you can get moved further and further away from who you originally were.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're not African American. White people that come from Africa are more African American than we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it? That's a misnomer. You feel me? But yeah, we're gonna keep going though.
And you read Deuteronomy 28 and you said what?
I read the whole Bible. I started when I was 5 because my mama was either going to make me sit there and listen to her read it for an hour a day, taught her to let me read it for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Took a while. I was a kid, you know, King James Version. I prayed for understanding. Maybe because I was a child and I really meant it, I was able to get it. Because I started reading, everything I was reading was not lining up with what they teach you on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept reading. It kept being different. And I was a kid, so I thought maybe I was reading something wrong or I didn't have some understanding. It took me a while for me to realize it wasn't about me being right or wrong. The word is right.
Mm-hmm.
And what the word says is completely different from what they're going to teach you. I'm not going to teach you what's in that book. Got to read it. I was 5, started. By the time I was 8, I made it to Deuteronomy 28.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of Deuteronomy 28, I remember it clearly. I read it. I looked up and
We're all equally powerful. You have been programmed.
What happened? So we that close.
I said, wow, really? Wow, this is awesome. I was like, I know the lost tribes of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
They're lost. You know, they say they're scattered. We don't know who they are. I know who they are. It's
Who are
clear.
they?
It's you guys.
What do you mean by you guys?
The folks that were sent through the transatlantic slave trade, the
Mhm.
folks that are still in the lands of their captivity. Israel is in the lands of their captivity. There is no creation of the so-called Jewish state of Israel in 1948. That does not fit prophecy.
Mhm.
There's people over there that call themselves Jews. They call their own selves Ashkenazi. If you go look at Genesis chapter 10, 1 through 5, it tells you Ashkenaz is descended from Japheth, Noah's son Japheth, not Shem. That means he's a Gentile. I'm a Gentile. You know, we're Gentiles. And I mean, like, I wasn't brainwashed. I got the Bible before they do the brainwashing of the programming and try to make you think Egypt is white, which is ridiculous because it's Africa. So, you know, all that's Africa.
Right.
So, you know, I'm thinking clearly because I read it. I know she was really cool because she never taught me no kind of hate. She taught me to respect.
So what you say about the 1/3?
Okay. That Bible that's told me the truth about the fake Jews, in Revelation 2:9, Revelation 3:9, you know they run everything. I got to throw this in there. They run everything. The media, the entertainment industry, the banking, the world, pretty much. All the wars we fight is because they tell us to go kick ass. That's what America is. We are the Satan's military arm. And why I say Satan, Revelation 2:9, Revelation 3:9. I know those who say they are Jews, but do lie and are of the synagogue of Satan. We done read they Ashkenazi, they Japheth. I mean, it's clear.
So what you say that about the 1/3 ruling the earth?
Okay, well, here's how I know that that's true. 1/3, because that's true, so the rest of it's true. You got stories in there, and it's all true, lines up perfectly. It's all thing that makes any kind of sense. 1/3 of all nations will be left at the very, very end.
You said
and
of
1/3,
Israel, right?
1/3 of Israel. You guys are going to be on top, y'all.
Yeah.
So this is my thing. Like, y'all know me, man. I ain't shitting on nobody. It's cool. You feel me? But one thing is, if you want to read, and this is for everybody, man, and this is what it make our living situations a lot better as people all together. You feel me? We just have to stop the bullshit with the manipulation of words and really come to a complete understanding as one, as far as what it says and what it's interpreted as. A lot of people will read something and be like, oh, it's saying this, it's saying that. No, it's not. You're just trying to bend it to what you want it to say. That's what's happening with a lot of people. See, I grew up in my family, we have a church. We have a church. You know, I grew up, something wrong with this shit. You feel me? But look, man, I still love everybody, man. It is what it is.
A few of the people in the video there actually
They all just can't be practicing that. Not at all.
Okay, I'm gonna show y'all
that I found this video again.
Okay, y'all. There we go. Let me see. I'm back. There we go, y'all. Hey, other TikToks that I want y'all to see. I'm trying to see if it's gonna pop in. I put share. I did. I put share. There it is. It popped in. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna watch some of these. We're gonna watch some of these. Okay, so let's go with this one.
I even made a mistake. We all may look the same from different places all around the world. But when them colonizers came on their boats, they did not care what tribe you were from, what land. They looked at all of us like we were just black. I was operating in a mind state of affliction that what happened to my ancestors and push it in on other people. Yes, I do believe we all need to come together. But legally, you can't take someone's nation away from them. And there are people who look like us who do disrespect us. They don't like to be in the same category as us because we're not recognized legally. They don't want no parts of that. And even this whole argument about who are the real Egyptians, who built the pyramid.
This is what the ancient Egyptians would actually look like. Dark-skinned, olive-toned, like myself.
Now, even though I do not agree with him, legally, they are labeled Egyptian because they were born in Egypt. And I'm stretching that as far as I can, legally. Now, there are racist cops who would categorize us as black, even though we're from different parts of the world, because we all look the same. Just like your job is a corporation, you get an employee ID number to recognize you. The United States is a corporation, and you will get your employee ID number. There are two forms of the United States differently as a people. They got all these play on words like public policy, public law, commercial law, common law. Do you honestly think that they don't have a play on words with these labels that they are giving us? I be wondering how there are people who don't even have to pay taxes. Many think that income taxes and some laws do not affect people, that they are outside of the control and the jurisdiction of the United States corporation. But we are caught by color because these words are statuses. White is a status, not a complexion. Black is a status, not a complexion. This is all just a color caste system. Colors are not identities. Black is not a geographical landmass. You can't say that we're not called black, we're called African American. 1986, Congress passed a public law for Black History Month. You have Black entertainment television. You have governmental officials and robotic presidents who are calling us black.
And if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Now, I know from us, we like to take the power back from things that try to oppress us, like creating the Black Panther Party, which was much needed. Just like the N-word was taken as an offensive and abusive term, which our people now use, even though it does mean slave. We say it to each other like it's regular. Now that you're over here on YouTube, let's get into it deeper. I'm gonna say do your own research and start looking into the Noah Webster Dictionary of 1828. Look at the Black's Law Dictionary of 1856. They made these at the time as we were slaves where we couldn't read. So they aired all of their secrets out. I even made a mistake. We all may look the same from different places all around the world. But when them colonizers came on their...
Okay, that's one. That's one. Let me get to hers. There's the ones I want. She had Doja Cat on there. That's when I want to look at Doja Cat. Was she had Doja Cat on here, but I can't seem to find it though. I can't find it. We're gonna watch one more while I get this other person.
She ended up getting pregnant and having 4 more kids by her father. If you can imagine some of the slaves that he had, Celia's kids wouldn't be free. So she was over it. She was already over it after the first assault, but she was over it at that point. She lost her marbles. At 30 years old, Celia was about to be punished by Jacob. Jacob had to be like 60 years, 70 years old. They had to be outside because she picked up one of these hoes and tried to protect herself with it. Like, please don't come any closer. Stop hitting me. I'm not playing with you this time. He's still trying to attack her as she's trying to bag up, holding the hoe like, hey, you better bag. He got closer and she split his head open with the hoe and battered him to death. When she realized what she did after doing it and just battering him to his skull was opening, she ran as fast as she could because something flicked inside of her head to where she just was over it. She got caught though. We already know how that situation ended, but they did try to have a whole court case, to figure out what happened. Most of the time you don't really get a court case. The dates of when she was hanged kind of get mixed up because there's different articles saying different things, and because he was a judge, like, they tried to set an example, like, don't try to come at the government officials. But in the article, she blamed her mother. And this story is from floridacourthistory.org. This is like on record. His 11 remaining children and grandchildren were considered his personal property, not relations. It's just a whole lot of mixing. I can't tell who's the daughter, who's the child. They all was related to Jacob Bryant. She ended up getting pregnant and having 4 more kids. People who are labeled conspiracy theorists, we gotta talk. People was in fear, tagging me and stuff, asking me to speak on it. All of this national alert test. Oh, it's gonna make everybody go crazy. It's gonna activate some chips inside of them. People gonna start dropping, turning into zombies. All types of stuff that I was seeing on my timeline. And we gotta come here real quick. Let me show you something about energy harvesting. This video has 2 million views. 2 million views. It's also been videos that has 700, 500,000 views. It's never been about what they said is gonna be done. It's about how y'all react to it. We got millions of people in the TVs and turn off everything for a 2-second Amber Alert. Not to mention that they said it was gonna go off at 2:20. Where I'm at, it would be 1:20, but it went off at 1:18. 2 minutes earlier to also get you in that, oh, what's going on? Get you in that freaked out mode. Like I said before about the Sound of Freedom movie, they are starting to use us labeled conspiracy theories as promoters to what they're actually doing. Because the more we spread fear about what they're doing, the more they feed off of the energy that everybody is feeling. They did exactly what they wanted you to do, and you played in the part. You need to go watch this video on my page because they are trying to make labeled conspiracy theorists puppeteer and using our credibility to instill more fear into people. If you don't understand anything after this video, watch this.
I'd like to take your energy off of it. And the more people take your energy off of it, the less of the effect it's going to have. Because you got to be careful about what reality you're choosing to be a part of. These beings know exactly what they need to do to actually manifest their reality. They put something fearful out in front of you, right? Then they get people to talking about it. Then they get the energy in it. Then they're harvesting the energy. And now you have everybody in a frenzy about all this, that, and the third is going to go through. When the truth of the matter is,
my fellow awakened people, I've been a victim to it too. Wanting to make sure we gonna be all right and letting y'all know what's going on. You gotta make sure that you're not bringing the attention more to the subject that is going to create more energy to be harvested. Y'all stay dangerous and don't let the government use you as a puppet because they know that people are becoming awakened. So don't let them use us to further their So they're using Doja Cat as a vessel to clear up their universal karma that they have done by enslaving this entire fucking planet. Now, Doja Cat has came out with a teaser to a short film, and I want y'all to watch it. It's quite disturbing, and I need to give y'all a trigger warning, so yeah. It might be a little hard to see because they had it on some type of projector that's like a drive-in situation. It's called Demons.
But what they bought was something much more than what they bargained for. This summer comes a haunting new tale from the twisted minds of Doja Cat and Christian Breslauer. Christina Ricci, Doja Cat, star in Demons.
Let me just replay it for you in reverse just to see what exactly is happening in this video. The red scene. She's walking on the ceiling as pretending to be a demon, which, you know, is what she's inhabiting. She just posted this on her Instagram. Like, y'all, how more obvious can they get? They are letting us know who they truly are through these artists. And they're slowly but surely trying to normalize it. So when they actually show their true faces, which they are reptilians, they are grays, they are natural demons. So it'll be easier to the masses when they actually come out and show their real face. People are so upset about why we're not getting paid enough to actually live, paid enough to pay our bills. They've been telling us over and over again that they're not actual people. It's a mask. Like, a lot of y'all are not 100% aware of these beings that are walking around this planet. And this is why we talk about enhancing your insight. Y'all need to stop just only seeing with these eyes. You need to see with this eye. Let's up our insight and discernment game. Because these people who are running our countries, our music industry, entertainment, big corporations, tech companies, all of that, they are not more in depth of this on YouTube. But until then, y'all stay dangerous, and my blinds is closed. So they're using Doja Cat as a vessel to clear up their
Okay, y'all. So this is another one I have. It's very, very good. So let's see. Okay, y'all. Now this is really, really good. We're gonna watch some here. Think y'all- Oh, y'all cannot see it. Oh my goodness. Wait. I'm thinking y'all can see it so you can have a database.
I was 15 years old. I was taken on an order with my pimp to the Los Angeles Getty Museum. This was the first time that he allowed me to walk with him. It was me and another girl that were allowed to pull up in a sports car, and we walked through what looked like a field trip. There were other kids there. There were parents there. It was, everything was going on, usual day. We walked through, everyone stared at us, assuming that we were somebody we were not. We were able to go through a garden area and down an elevator. Once we got to a certain point, we went downstairs, and from there was somebody always at the doors. There was somebody who was giving the clearance. There was somebody who escorted us too. And I remember getting to where we were supposed to be. I remember the air changing. I remember the smells, how crazy it sounded, how my ears popped. It was, and then looking around, I remember a city. It's a different world underground. It is a whole world underground. There is every transportation, every piece of life is under this ground. And I know a lot of people are like, that can't be, but it is. I was 15 years old. I was taken on an order with my pimp to the Los Angeles Getty Museum. This was the first time.
Take your buckle up. I started eating somebody up, and then it all clicked in my mind real quick. Parthenogenesis is the story of Genesis. Literally, they are literally telling you the story of how the Eve gene mutated and was creating children, self-ether, non-ether beings through the process of parthenogenesis. Really look at Genesis. God created these things? No. They literally told you the cycles of getting implanted and literally creating a child inside of her body. I can't do it today. Think about it. The seventh day, they're talking about a menstrual cycle. They're literally talking about from ovulation, the sun, the circling, the going around. It's a full circle of ovulation. And then if you think about it, all the calendars in 28 days that connect into our cycles, 13 freaking spots on a turtle. The Bible is literally a story about women going through parthenogenesis and what they did and how they sacrificed the sons and the daughters, which is how they put the bronze feet on the cross. Jesus wasn't one person, or even a man at that. And then they tell you a story about the Garden of Eden, and then you realize that Antarctica is the Garden of Eden. It's the actual Garden of Eden where 2/3 of the water is, and it's literally a rainforest. But then why would they try to give us the Amazon rainforest our entire life and look in total opposite direction? Because they were trying to make us they were telling the story about the Amazon women, about the women who were going through parthenogenesis, which is this true story of the Eve gene. And everything they tell you in the Bible is the story about how they literally went and they pillaged things. I'm sorry, God doesn't like murder, but he had a guy murder proved his loyalty to him? Like, your God is already tainted. Your God was already a sinful God. So we can't pretend that the book was written by a good person. But then if you know, like I know, when the book was revised by King James, the Demonology King, in 1881, 30,000 times, it literally was a story recreated to continue the journey. They removed so many crystals and things, and why now I understand why I was 69.9% more likely to die in childbirth. I'm going to say it sound weird. If Black women are able to literally tap into their pineal gland, the crystal drip every month and charge themselves with crystals and gems and everything they mark taboo, we'll be able to heal ourselves. I'll say it out loud. Parthenogenesis is real. Stingrays and sharks do it. If bells are capable of healing an entire town from one ring, and energy literally, Tesla told you energy can be transferred through the air. So if you could hone that energy and charge melanin, what can melanin actually do? Oh my gosh, I gotta go, Tiki. But yeah, you can't argue with me today. Parthenogenesis is literally the story of Genesis.
Yeah.
Hey guys, watch this so close that your nose touches the screen, okay? The knife, when it shifts out of her hand and she pulls her hand upwards, okay, we're gonna slow down one more time, okay? Because I can't be stuck in this crazy festival by myself today. No. So look, she put the thing in there, okay? Y'all look. Now watch. It's gonna shift to the side, and then her hand went up. Y'all seen that? I can't slow it down no more than that, but I know y'all seen that, okay? Okay, guys, I'm done today on Queen with. Bye, Tiki. It was only talking about watch homes. You should go Google what those are. They're governmentally funded and state funded. Okay, bye. Oh, man. Y'all, it's not funny. I love my page, but information sharing is vital. I think I am going to start that YouTube. A lot of you guys keep saying that to me. Even my kiddo said it. So I think today is the day of the YouTube. Again, across the board, I am who I am. Krista Nixon. I just got this page back yesterday. Oh my God. Okay. Bye, y'all. Okay, Tiki.
But we need to talk about TikTok. TikTok, if you will, it is the 24/7 news channel of so many of our young people, and it's like Al Jazeera on steroids, amplifying and intensifying the anti-Semitism and the anti-Zionism with no repercussion.
There it is, guys. It had nothing to do with China. Boy, when they say them quiet parts, super loud. So the man just told you the reason they need to ban TikTok is because they cannot openly commit their genocide because the world is watching. Because while TikTok, y'all, we might think TikTok censors us, but in reality, I just realized it gave us a fucking voice. Something they can't take from us individually, so they try to take it collectively. You can jade the news stations, as we saw, but you can't taint the people. And the people have this beautiful thing where they're speaking to each other. And not only are we speaking to each other, but the actions that are coming across. And you know why else they want to ban TikTok? That Alabama prison strike that's going to cripple America. I want to put some random things together. If you don't remember this lady, this is Judith Shore. She said the major problem that the Israelis are having, this was during BLM, was the black community. But my question, ma'am, how many black people are in Israel? Or were you speaking about the black ones in America? You know, the actual Israelites. Can I say that? Or is that the true descendants of the God? Because my question is, if your Bible says there's a synagogue, they're going to be playing mismatch patty pack. And my question is, why are y'all so concerned with other people now? Why are y'all hyper-focused on black people? And now you guys are hyper-focusing on the youth. You know, it'd be a beautiful thing if an entire generation was 110% capable of crippling the entire world. And you guys knew that from the very beginning. That's why you made sure my mom and dad worked their entire life. They had no time to fight back. Then you guys try to bash us. Oh, Gen Z, Gen X, they're lazy. Bitch, we just ain't working for nothing. So now that we have time, look at how we spent our time, guys. Otto, motherfucking McRottle. From the river to the sea. Gonna all be motherfucking free. But yeah, I gotta go. That's it, Tiki. I just want you guys to know the real reason why they banned TikTok is because the Israelis said, you guys, we can't kill people. You keep showing them killing people. Oh yeah, by the way, all the land that they completely stripped out, the Jewish people are over here in Canada, the United States. They're out here auctioning the land off in the synagogues. Look it up yourself. Okay. And about that virgin heifer you guys are about to sacrifice, you guys are trying to tell the word about. South Park and The Simpsons, they really did their thing, I'm telling you. But yeah, about that virgin cow and that third temple y'all are playing with. You want to invite the rest of us to the cookout? We'd love to come. You guys, bring the potato salad with the raisins. The biggest weapon we have. Kidding, I'm sorry, guys. I gotta go. It's a little extra this morning, y'all. I took a run, and I'm gonna tell you, 6 miles later, my fucking cells are on 100. But I'm not posting today. I just wanted to get this out. I thought it was really cool. They told the truth for once.
Okay, so it's another one I want y'all to watch.
It's not anti-Semitic.
I think you enjoy it better.
Being boys. In fact, what should be kind of anti-Semitic and kind of discriminatory is the fact that only fight somebody, you could get angry and take them to court. You can get some money. Could you imagine how less fighting there would be if people knew that you could just take them and get some money and not kill them? But see, no, because some of you ghetto niggas would say that's white people stuff. See how the rhetorics that have nothing to do with our communities are deep in our communities, keeping our community from being great. Hey, Tiki, I'm out of here. Have a great day. Hey, Niglets, be all you can be. Shame on everybody in real life. Shame on every last one of you. We made a post on either side. I never thought the supremacy was so deep rooted in our community. Like, it's wild. Wait. Oh, and if you're still here, Alabama is about to cripple the entire country. The Alabama. First, you gotta put your neck into it. But listen here. Something came out of Maui, okay? Before Maui happened, there was 30,000 tons or 60,000 pounds of missing ammonium nitrate, okay? Missing ammonium nitrate burns bright red or brown. If something came out of Maui, okay, and they were practicing, and the real thing came out of Maui and hit a place that had ammonium nitrate compacted, not only do you get a boom, do you get a controlled boom, but if you hit a place controlled by limestone, you get a reaction. Okay, you can literally supercharge limestone, okay, with energy. So if you compact literally ammonium nitrate in a limestone cave and you hit it, you'll get a mega earthquake. I mean, the most ultimate earthquake. Besides an earthquake, you get a fire, you get smoke. And then look at Ireland. Or Iceland. I'm so sorry. I keep getting them mixed up. Whichever one had like the 2000 earthquakes. If you were practicing distance and you couldn't quite get across there and you stopped in Canada, okay, and now you can hit from Maui to Ireland and you're shaking something up, you're breaking something. I feel like they're causing another Pandora's box. Like they're causing landmass and things to shift. This all matters, okay? If we go into and the world at the top is blown up, okay, there will be no landmarks to leave. You will not know freaking Nevada from Ohio. You won't know. You think all the books are going to make it, okay? The libraries will go first. The churches will go first. The hospitals will go first. Gaza showed you exactly what will go first. Yeah, I'm going to put it together better than this. Something fishy. Some don't line up. I showed y'all that map, right? The degrees, the degrees, and how every place that's been hit is in a line or something. Yeah. Okay. Maui to Canada to Iceland or Ireland, whatever. Sorry, whatever that place is. Yeah.
Okay, y'all. Here's another one. Let me get it. TikTok. Okay, here we go, y'all. So here's some clips we can watch. Okay. Let me see. And what y'all think? Y'all can leave a comment down below.
people, yes, y'all, they can remove you out of your house and your kids, and if you ain't even sick, and if they tell you you sick, didn't I tell y'all this shit was finna go down? Talking about removing people from their homes and separating people from their kids. Y'all remember I made the video when the first time it happened? Putting people, y'all better get y'all motherfucking kids and get the fuck out of New York now. Y'all better pray.
You see, and y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all can leave comments down below or leave a comment now. What y'all think is Rosebuzz? Is these true or is these blooming or are these dead? Are these dead? What y'all think about these conversations? Okay.
It'd be crazy because a motherfucker would think just because you spirit all soft and shit. Man, don't come around here playing around, man. Get your stupid ass beat up. You know what I'm talking about? Like, man, motherfucker be trying to test you and shit, man, because you trying to better yourself and all that type of shit, man. But don't get that shit twisted now. Man, get your motherfucking ass knocked the fuck out, man, playing around. And whatever else you want to do. But it ain't even going to get that far. Fuck around sending the wrong shit my way. And fuck around and goddamn it get took out by the same shit that you just sent my way. Type shit. Whatever it might be. You want to shoot, you want to do it, whatever it might be, you gonna get took out by the same goddamn shit. That shit ain't even gonna touch me. Fuck around and find out. That's all I'm gonna say. Fuck around and find out. It'd be crazy because a motherfucker would think just because you spiritual, man, you all soft and shit. Man, don't come around here playing around, man. Get your stupid ass beat up. You know what I'm talking about? Like, man, motherfucker be trying to test you and shit, man, because you trying to better yourself and all that type of shit, man. But don't get that shit twisted now. Man, get your motherfucking ass knocked the fuck out, man, playing around. And whatever else you want to do. But it ain't even gonna get that far. Fuck around sending the wrong shit my way. And fuck around and goddamn it get took out by the same shit that you just sent my way. Type shit. Whatever it might be. You want to shoot, you want to do it. Whatever it might be, you gonna get took out by the same goddamn shit. That shit ain't even gonna touch me. Fuck around and find out. That's all I'm gonna say. Fuck around and find out. Yeah. It'd be crazy because a motherfucker would think just because you spiritual, man, you all soft and shit. Man, don't come around here playing around, man. Get your stupid ass beat up. You know what I'm talking about? Like, man, motherfucker be trying to test you and shit, man, because you trying to better yourself and all that type of shit, man. But don't get that shit twisted now. Man, get your motherfucking ass
I
knocked the fuck out,
apologize.
man,
That one
playing
played a
around.
little bit too
And
much.
whatever else you want to do, but it ain't
Hold
even
on
gonna
a
get
second.
that far. Fuck around sending the wrong shit my way. And fuck around and goddamn it get took out by the same shit that you just sent my way. See, it really be too much playing around on these apps and too much trying to fit in type shit. So it be a lot of too much of everything going on these days, man, when it come down to this spiritual world, man. Cause see, you can get in a way of trying to stop somebody's destiny and goddamn get yourself killed type shit, bro. Them ancestors do not play. You see what I'm saying, man? So it be motherfuckers on this motherfucker that don't even take this shit serious enough. You know what I'm saying? Because if you take this shit serious, goddamn it, man, you will know the wrong slip can get your ass took out this motherfucker type shit, bro, for trying to stand in the way of somebody else's destiny, bro. If them ancestors gave a person that torch to lead type shit, bro, and you try to come take that torch away from them person.
Hey, he doing a lot of cursing. Let me get on something else because he doing a lot of cursing on that TikTok. Let me show y'all some more.
So Wingstop now, and I think Buffalo Wild Wings are now trying to sell wings for 3 cents. They laying it on heavy, ain't they? They laying it on heavy and thick. Now it was the burgers and now it's the chicken. See, they hitting people on all sides and at all aspects of your lives, didn't I tell you? They know the black folks love the chicken and the white folks love their burgers. They slowly, and you know what's coming next, don't you? The tacos. The next thing to get it is the tacos. So y'all better be on the lookout for that right then and there. There's the tacos. But I'm trying to tell you right now that the Wingstop right? It's selling this. This is what they trying to do. See, they don't want somebody. This is why they giving it to y'all so cheap. They know it's the lab meat, and they know if you sell it to people cheap enough, then that's what they gonna buy it, right? So then, but on another legal aspect on it, so nobody can't sue them and say they not getting chicken, and chicken costs X amount of dollars, and then this is, you see what I'm saying, like they being defrauded, and somebody could get a preliminary injunction against them and possibly had a federal judge stop the sale of it. So then you be going backwards because everybody would tie you up in court, which might not be such a bad idea, just to get a pause on things. Everybody start filing federal lawsuits and TROs, and make them stop serving this stuff until when the discoveries phase come out, they be forced to turn over, so we all know what's up in this. Everything we need to see, all the ingredients. But see, they selling it to you so cheap right now, so that nothing could stop it, so they can flood it out as much as they can to the people. Everybody did.
Okay, you all, I'm gonna play some more. You all let me know what y'all think about this type of stuff. Is this a conspiracy? Is it real? Y'all let me know in the comments. We building. Okay, let me see. Here we go.
Put your own personal menstrual blood into pasta sauce.
You know, that is the way that I got Raven to fall in love with me.
Breaking news.
I never thought anyone would ever ask me that question, so I can't lie.
Oh my God!
Howie.
Wow! Wow! Breaking news.
My wife. No wonder I love her pasta sauce. Yeah. I was telling them, I was like, she was like, do you have pasta sauce once a month? I'm like, oh my God, I have pasta sauce once a month.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And this just goes to show y'all that people are out here real life getting hit with magical spells. But whatever spell she using got to be stronger than cocaine. Because after Raven heard that, she was just smiling. Even go along to say, I love her spaghetti sauce. Hey, the spiritual warfare is getting real out here, y'all. Don't be eating no spaghetti sauce from somebody you just start talking to. Now, let me know y'all thoughts on Raven Simone getting hit with that spaghetti magic in the comments. Like or follow for more wisdom. Stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube if y'all want the exclusive content.
Okay.
Every friend group got the big four. Every friend group got the big four. The big four is the funny person. Every friend group got a real funny person. Then they got the fighter, somebody who always want to fight, self-explanatory. Then they have the athlete, good at all the sports. And then you have the real attractive friend, the one that looks attractive, way more attractive than everybody else. I'm not saying that every friend group got the big four. Every friend group got the big four. The big four is the funny person. Every friend group got a real.
And big energy. And people start staring at you, you be like, what they looking at? People can see your spirit. If it's a bad spirit, they're gonna look at you crazy. Cause you're a good spirit. You come around with your light. That's why some people be mad because you the life of the party. You make everybody laugh when you show up. You make everybody happy when you show up. And all the attention ain't on them anymore. It's on you. Because you carry peace with you. Some people got good spirit. They're happy to see another good spirit. It's all about energy, man. It's all about your soul. Do you have love or do you have hate? And some people don't like to see your face when you come around. Because when you come around, man, you got all this and that, and they ain't got nothing. They feel like you trying to show off. But guess what? If I'm blessed with it, I got it. If you ain't got it, go get it. It ain't my fault you sad. You control your own emotions. I can't. It's up to you to be a boss or a worker. But when I come around, I don't care about what you're doing. I just come to have a good time. And before you ruin my moment, I'm going to stay away from you. That's why it ain't good to go everywhere. Even if you have good intentions, and they're going to ruin your time. Be careful.
And big energy.
And people start staring at you. You be like,
That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay. What we got here? I think they took his music down, his sound. Let's see.
Hey, my dude. Hey. How you doing? Hey. I take my shoes off, though, baby. I'll take my shoes off? Yeah, you gotta take your shoes off, baby. Damn, that's this mom. She bad as hell. I take my shirt off. Fuck some shoes. What you say, baby? Huh? What you say, honey? I ain't say nothing, miss. I ain't say nothing. I tell you, I thought it was me and your mom. It's my mom. This your mama? This Miss Fairley? Bro, that's my mama. Oh my God, she is so beautiful. Hey, baby. How you doing? I'm good. How are you? Good to see you. Good nice to see you. You guys hungry? Hell yeah, I'm hungry. Yo, stop.
Well, this is something else, y'all. This is
Maybe that's something to eat.
y'all.
Let me get you some ice. Thank you.
Well, I can't find the ones I was looking for right now. Let me see. I know where I'm gonna go to.
All right, y'all. Like everybody's here, and just tell a heat wave. It hit almost 100 degrees at the Taylor Swift concert. Unfortunately, one young lady lost her life here. They had to shut down the concert because of this. So they didn't let anybody in with water because they didn't want anybody to sneak water and alcohol in, and they didn't even provide water at the concert. Why weren't they providing water at the concert, y'all? Look at this. It's crazy how now we're having a cold snap, and last week they had a heat wave. Wow. 2024 is going to be a lot more interesting.
It's November 18th, and they've postponed it. Tickets are valid until Monday the 20th. But everybody's mad, and a lot of people are like dying of heat stroke. Literally, thousands of people are being taken out in the ambulance from the heat. So they said due to the heat, they're canceling Taylor Swift's show, postponing it. We're heartbroken.
I would tell y'all to stay cool, but I guess whatever they're doing on the air is already taking care of that, y'all. Like, share, and follow for more videos like this. And keep up with me on my other platform. Let's get this shift. Peace in. All right, y'all. While everybody's here in America is experiencing a cold snap, this right here is Brazil. This is Taylor Swift's concert. They just had a heat wave. A heat wave. It hit almost 100 degrees at the Taylor Swift concert.
Okay, we're gonna look at
Unfortunately,
Dre.
one young lady lost her life.
We're gonna look at Dre.
They had to shut down the concert because of this.
I'm gonna look at Dre.
So they didn't
Yeah.
let anybody in with water because they didn't want anybody to sneak water and alcohol in, and they didn't even provide water at the concert. Why weren't they providing water at the concert, y'all? Look at this. It's crazy how now we're having a cold, and last week they had a heat wave.
And they've postponed it. Tickets are valid until Monday the 20th. But everybody's mad, and a lot of people are like dying of heat stroke. Literally, thousands of people are being taken out in the ambulance from the heat. They said they're going to the show.
I would tell y'all to stay cool, but I guess whatever they're doing in
I lost it. Oh, that was it. Okay, 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 okay. Hold on a second. Hold on. All right. All right, there we go, y'all.
They went on inside this portal disguised as a farmhouse for the family that lived there was harrowing.
What the? That just said. Oh, dude.
A reportedly haunted Rhode Island home, The Conjuring.
I saw him completely solid, saw him evaporate into thin air. That was our initiation.
You got a camera? What? Camera? What? You checking out kids or something? Huh? How old was the people you're talking to?
Who the hell are you?
That's against predators. Yeah.
I can tell you what this is gonna do. My fist is gonna be one of you motherfuckers' faces.
Welcome back to the coolest channel on YouTube. Look, man, go ahead, smash that like button because y'all know these videos are lit. Look, I'm reacting to the videos that you guys have been sending me. So, man, hopefully your video made it into the compilation. If it hasn't, you know, go into the description, follow my Discord, send me your videos, and I'll be sure to get to those videos. And hopefully you make the cut. You know what I'm saying? But look, man. I want to let y'all know something, man. It's a lot of people that hit me up and they want to start content creation or to start their own business and stuff, and they want to know, how do I do it? Well, I ignored the BS, you know, like I get motivation from people telling me what I can and cannot do because my life isn't bound by their rules. It's bound on what I want to do with myself. I have no limits. You know, nobody can ever put me into a box. You know what I'm saying? I always think outside of the box. So don't let anybody negative comments about you change your outlook on how you look at yourself and your outlook on your life, man. Because anything you want to do, you want to start a business, you want to start YouTube, you know, you want a new job or anything, don't let somebody discourage you because their limitations on themselves. And that's real talk. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do it. I get rude comments about myself every day, but I don't care, man. I'm living a beautiful life. I'm happy. I can take care of my family, everything around me. Like I told y'all before, I don't need YouTube. I don't need YouTube. I like to do YouTube. I could be doing, I do a lot of other things too. This is not my main source of income, people. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, get that in your heads. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody limit you in your life. Just know if you're going through a tough time, just know that we're going through this thing called life together. You never.
You want to change your life today? Make a decision. Focus on where you want to go instead of what you're afraid of. Really create your life.
Okay, Rosebud. So what we're gonna watch? Let me know if it's blooming or is it growing or is it bud out.
Reflection. So is this some kind of interdimensional creature or just an elaborate hoax?
Like that Netflix series, Resident. Yeah. Yeah, I better cut this out, man. We ain't gonna start this that early now. Hell no. Hell no. Might need to take that back.
That appendages. It can grab things, but it just, I don't know why. That doesn't look like a raccoon paw to me.
Definitely ain't a raccoon. Why don't you go up there and find out, though? Why she under the cover? Like, that's gonna do something though. That's not a shield.
Perhaps thinking that Damien had come home from work early, she waits for him to appear. But seconds pass, and no one is seen. Damien isn't there. Understandably, Crystal was shaken up, but it seems that this incident wasn't as scary to Crystal as the most recent occurrence. It's not known what exactly happened, but it's evident that whatever had just occurred has left the couple no choice but to leave their house. In a recent video, Damien explains the situation.
Yeah. We're just just outside because it's getting weird in there and we don't feel safe being in there anymore, so we're just gonna go to just Airbnb for the night and just for the night. And then we're gonna figure out what to do.
The activity has become so intense that they can no longer live happily inside their house. Sadly, they have no choice but to leave behind their dream home in the hopes that things would settle down. Feeling hopeless, they book an Airbnb and spend the night there. However, the following night, they decide to return home and try something that would...
Like, look, what if y'all found out that y'all best friend had a ghost and shit, you know, and it follows them? Would y'all allow them to come to your house? Like, hey man, I gotta go to my house, bro. Like, can I come over? I got a question. Is y'all friendship over because you're gonna say no, or are you gonna let them come over and inherit that ghost? Let me know in the comments down below. Absolutely. We ain't gonna be I'm a terrible person. We ain't gonna be friends no more. Speaking of friends, this is my head. Like, that's what I'm freaked out over.
TikToks, y'all let me know.
Over that, like, I don't trust people that
Y'all let me know if they blooming, should they be growing, or should they be buried?
Not today. Just holy cow. Little buddy.
The door to his basement repeatedly opened on its own, but as he set his phone down to record, a terrifying dark figure can be seen standing on the stairs. This figure continued to open the door, inching closer and closer towards the top step. This ominous pitch-black being looks to be the cause of all the strange occurrences over the last 3 years.
Yeah, we gotta move out.
One of the best-known haunted houses is the infamous Conjuring House in Harrisville, Rhode Island. What really went on inside this portal, disguised as a farmhouse for the family that lived there, was harrowing.
What the f? Now you said it.
Oh, dude! A reportedly haunted Rhode Island home, The Conjuring.
I saw him completely solid, saw him evaporate into thin air. That was our initiation from becoming a normal family to a paranormal family.
Ron. From who? It won't leave. No! Wait! What? Ed.
What? Scariest to them about living in the house was never knowing what was coming next.
Oh! That just said like the number 3. The number 6. 3 6s!
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Can you stop playing? Can you make this stop? Can you stop? What the hell? Get down! Go!
If that's a real ghost or something like that, something that's doing stuff, I think it got something to do with that damn baby, y'all. Y'all thinking the same thing I'm thinking?
It's like 100 degrees. I'm out here catching flies. Do you want some fries and flies? Y'all niggas want fries and flies. Bitch, I can't figure out what I'm finna put in my mouth. Do you niggas want some fries tonight? Do you niggas want flies tonight? Scooping up fries, babe. I'm gonna eat me some flies, babe. Y'all really acting crazy. Tell me, do you want these flies? Fried flies, fried flies, fried flies.
Is he gonna eat it though?
Want these flies, fried, fried flies, fried flies, fried flies. Oh, somebody done me wrong. Oh, got me eating flies all along. Like long. Deep slipping away from me. Ain't no telling where I belong. I gotta eat flies, yeah. Go ahead and cook the flies.
That's crazy, y'all.
Y'all niggas gonna eat the grub.
Y'all, that's crazy. I know we
Give them
watching
flies a
TikTok
little bit of
videos together,
rub.
but
Now
this,
tell me.
We gotta stop that.
What's up, Craig? Come on, Craig. What you doing?
we gotta level it up a bit, y'all.
Nothing. You got a camera? What? Camera? What? You checking out kids or something?
Hell
How old was the kid you're talking to?
Who the hell are you?
That's against predators. Yeah.
I can tell you what this is gonna do. My fist is gonna be one of you motherfuckers' faces. So bye.
No, we wanna talk to your mom.
No.
We just make a loud ass scene.
Must got a mixed personality.
I can go around and start banging on all the windows, or we can just have a talk.
You can talk.
What do you want to do?
We can also call the police since you gave us your address. Like,
I didn't
you're
know
doing
you
something
were
illegal. You know you're doing something illegal, but you give us your address. Why?
I didn't know you were 16.
It clearly says in the message, Craig, that he's 16.
It says in the messages.
You
It says I thought
brought
you
it
were-
up now, but I didn't mean to.
So you're gonna give a 15-year-old your address? Have him
Well, I
call you
didn't
or
know
what?
that.
And you're sending dick pics too?
I didn't mean to, so I'm sorry.
You didn't mean to. Come on now.
So I'm scared to talk to you. I'm young. You're texting him on Grindr, right?
So
Are you scared?
How can I get rid of this? So y'all don't.
There's no way to get rid of this. You tried to lure a child to your house.
So you're gonna go call the cops on me.
This video is what you are waiting for. The direct interview with the pilot who transported the 15 feet tall Kandahar giant.
Back in 2005, I was actually stationed or deployed to Qatar. It was a completely
I was stationed in Qatar too at one point.
normal mission for us. We were not alerted for anything abnormal. It was in the middle of the day. I remember
Ali Salim.
coming into a base in Afghanistan called Bagram. Back in those days, it was pretty austere. It was an old Russian air base that we were using. It's basically built in a bowl in the mountains.
Bagram was very dangerous. They got attacked all the time. So if you landed on that base, you would get mortar attacked all the time, bro. Like, it's normal out there.
Where you have to stay high right up in the last minute, and then you basically come screaming back down to land. The area to the side of it was called the Valley of Death because during the Soviet days with the Mujahideen, they had fired their rockets into a lot of the helicopters, so you could see all kinds of wrecks and stuff in the valley below, which for the most part I didn't pay attention to because I was a little busy getting the airplane on the ground safely. We landed and basically was told to taxi to the very end of the tarmac. And like I said, it was middle of the day, very hot. I remember that. We opened the doors and unloaded the equipment that we had brought in, and then we were met at the aircraft by what we later on called the babysitters, but they kind of introduced themselves and said, hey, no cameras, nobody's taking pictures here, we're moving some high-value stuff. When the load got there, we're very, of course, curious to see what it was, because that's just the way you are when you're told that you're not allowed to have a camera. They say this thing had been dead for maybe a day or two, but it stunk. And when I say stunk, I've smelled dead things before, but this had a more of a, I want to say a musky stink, kind of a, not really a decay, but more of a, if somebody hadn't taken a shower in like 10 years type of a musty stink is all I can tell you. And it was basically a dead guy. And this guy was extremely large. When I say large, our pallets are basically, if I remember correctly, about 9 by 12 feet or so. This guy was laying in a fetal position on the pallet. So he filled the pallet. We estimated his size at approximately 12 to 10 feet tall. I did see his skin color. I was expecting somebody of more Arabic descent, being in Afghanistan and all. I know he was dead, but he was very pale, very white. Another thing that us and the rest of the crew did was we took our feet. He was in a fetal position, so you could take your feet and put it kind of, you could see where his feet were there, and they were wrapped up. He did not have shoes on, but he had like, looked like he was wrapping them in some kind of a canvas type stuff. But we were sticking our feet up next to his feet, and his feet were extremely big. We know that the standard weight on one of those pallets is about 1,500 pounds, and I do remember that the loadmaster did the weights, and it was around 1,100-pound guy. The pallets.
And we're back in third quarter planning. Adams is quarterbacking this.
We all know the answer to that. It's time for everybody to wake up and stop going against each other and recognize who the real enemy is. You got young kids on.
But fuck up. Where the bad bitches at?
That's crazy. How y'all feel about that story?
See, people want to date a weird bitch until I say, put your headlamp on. We're going trespassing. I don't even know why nature has a fucking curfew. Talk about you can't be in the trails or parks at night. I guess the cops. But fuck up. Where the bad bitches at?
Hell nah.
What's going on, TikTok? It's Colin Bellamy giving y'all another update. If y'all haven't been watching the news, the United States have now announced that TikTok is a national security threat. Why? I think we all know the answer to that. It's time for everybody to wake up and stop going against each other and recognize who the real enemy is. You got young kids on Instagram and Facebook having shootouts and beefing with rivalry gangs, but these apps aren't national security threats. You got parents soliciting their kids for likes, dressing babies up as if they were grown. There's a whole IG and Facebook page that has kids as young as the ages 3 and 4, boys and girls, learning how to use a stripper pole. But once again, that's not a national security threat. Wake up, we've been being lied to for too long. Lied to about our real historical facts. Lied to in school, we even get lied to on the news. Ask yourself why is healthcare free in other countries? The United States will literally let you die if you can't afford the surgery, make us pay for insurance, and that still doesn't cover the full cost. Everybody who gets on here speaking out automatically becomes a target. I've been in jail for a month now. Even after I bonded out, I was still held here. I go to court March 14th at 2 p.m. for probation revocation. I've never been on probation in my life. So for them to bring me in front of a judge as if I violated probation is just wicked. I've never raped or killed anyone, yet I don't have a bond. Last year in October, a guy nearly killed my brother, had him on life support for over a month, and even he was granted a bond and bonded out. The same judge that granted him a bond took mine away. Why is that? Because waking up people is a national security threat, huh? Ryan Garcia just exposed him. Now they're saying he's crazy and not mentally stable to fight. Orlando Brown, Cat Williams, Trevor Moore, Rashad Jamal, Kanye West, B.O.B. I mean, the list goes on. Ryan Garcia just got on TikTok yesterday and stated that there's a lot more islands like Jeffrey Epstein's island. How ironic, Oprah and The Rock have their island in Hawaii, and we all know how much they both love pizza. The truth is more scary in 2024 than exposing all evil. I just hope y'all paying attention. They're testing us to see how we react. AT&T was just down. Right after that, every social media site ran by the U.S. went down. Next, they'll do the power outage test. Something big is going down before the election. Mark my words. But anyway, to all my fans and supporters, I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. Keep praying and sharing my videos, and remember that anything helps.
Message.
Rick,
If you live in
what was the
Pittsburgh,
big takeaway
you better be
today?
careful.
Yeah, Susan.
One thing I say, look, I'm expounding that a little bit. When you doing videos like this and everything, one thing that I noticed too is you can't tell people what to believe. You can show them. See, a lot of people got a different way of putting their message out, and you're trying to convince people of something. You have to let people see it and let them go through the waking up process on their own. You can't force it. They're going to see you as somebody that's trying to be a quote unquote Messiah. Me on my channel, I'm nobody's Messiah. I denounce all of that stuff. I'm just a beacon of light to have conversations for us to start pivoting and thinking a little bit differently, you know. And then also a lot of what I see is, look, I'm just gonna have to tell the truth. A lot of the creators that come into this space, yes, you come from a certain life, but also you putting yourself at jeopardy when you have something that they can cling on to from your past and make it your present. And you know what I'm saying, and expose that and make you look a particular way if you have certain history. I don't want to get too deep into that, but that's just what I'm seeing as a seer. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments down below. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, our brothers and sisters can, you know, get out of these tough situations. Hopefully we can raise our vibrations and figure some type of solution to these problems. And I want to let y'all know too is a lot of people want the solution on the internet. That's not the way that you do it. You have to handle things outside of here, because if you say everything on here, you're gonna become a target, even more of a target. And when you're isolated, what I've noticed is like these brothers here.
Thanks to search private transactions for terms like
would like to have. Now, coming up new at 5,
city in those hours when
you niggas ain't help.
way police respond. They will no longer respond to calls that aren't considered in progress emergency. That means calls like criminal mischief, theft, harassment, and most burglary alarms will all be handled by an enhanced telephone reporting unit. That means residents will file a police report over the phone. Officers will not respond unless it's an emergency. Also, between the hours of 3 a.m. and 7 a.m., there will be no officers at any of the 6 stations throughout the city. Call boxes that link directly to 911 have been installed for people to use in case of an emergency. And during the overnight shift, there will be as few as 20 officers to cover the entire city. The chief said today the data supports that.
Yes, it's enough to cover the entire city in those hours when we have 8% of the time people are calling. I'm confident in the decisions that we make that it impacts this bureau and the city in a much better way than we have in the past.
Now, the chief also acknowledging today that some of these changes are due to staffing shortages. He's down to 740 officers, well below the 850 they would like to have. Now, coming up new at 5, residents, city council, and the police union all weighing in on these big changes that begin Monday. Live in the studio, Rick Earl, Channel 11 News.
Yeah, come here. I need y'all to look at this. Read the title. Let it sink in. Okay, let's get into it. And the article goes along to say this guy administration views purchasing of a Bible could be a potential terrorist warning sign. Yeah, they called it suspicious behavior. And you know, guns and ammo too, but that's another subject. And then I did some digging and stumbled on Fox News. Yeah, the feds asked banks to search private transactions for terms like MAGA or Trump. And you see, we both see MAGA and Trump, but then if you scroll down, you also see religious texts. Interesting. You see right here the purchase of books including religious texts and containing extremist views could have them watching your bank account. Now let me put it like this: I understand you watching people if they move suspicious, but what does any religious book or what somebody believe in have to do with anything? And see, that's where the line gets blurred and mistakes can start happening. It's just something I find very.
This is one of those moments that you gotta ask yourself, what do I want?
Alarming. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on if y'all buy a religious book, it can have them watch your bank accounts in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube if you're on the exclusive content. Hit that Gmail trying to be. We're definitely living in some crazy, strange times.
What the fuck is that? That's the question of the day. If we're gonna ask something, let's ask that. What is that there? I don't know what that. See. This is what happened when the Lord voicemail be full. That's what happened. Y'all keep caught up there with the BS, and then the Lord voicemail be full. He trying to clear his voicemail out, and then stuff fall through the crack. They had this here because that looked like an alligator and a wolf tried to run a train on a monkey, and somebody got pregnant. I don't know which one got pregnant, but somebody got pregnant. That's what that is. That's the he'll have eyes if they had a fur baby. That's what that is.
Right.
Some stuff you just need to let the Lord have it back because he went through. He went through, and something went wrong, and then a button didn't get pushed, and something happened. And what is you gonna think? What the fuck?
Hey, it's like the same thing. You know how you get a topical graph like of the city or whatever, and it looks like the stuff from a microchip, like a mothership. Ringing the bell for y'all. Look, I don't want to get into that. This is just random videos that y'all sent me, but damn, shit. Hey, what Billy Carson say? We run on Endincra codes. Is that shit making sense to y'all? Is the mathing? That shit's crazy. Look that shit up, man. Don't believe anything you see in these videos, though.
Watch out, you better not die, you better not crash, I'm telling you why, cause you told your wife you're at work.
Alright, just squat it down. Let me see your camera open up.
That just gave me chills a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Usually I think that's cat you know, these videos right here, but he picking up trees, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, that was that one right there. I'm gonna let y'all go now. Thank you all for thank you, stop sharing. Thank you all for watching some TikTok videos with me. There was no comments. Nobody had no comments to say. Okay, so that's it till next time, y'all. Au revoir, arrivederci. Okay, buenas noches, everyone.